Pharma Supply Chain Innovation Hub, building resilient supply chains for medicine security. And so briefly, I will just speak on that. So in the last 9 years, RPSM as an organization has led transformational work at the intersection of policy, market systems, and technology. And I mean, one of the most important contributions to this is that we have also championed the role of pharmacists as supply chain decision makers. Like Pharmacist Sugar said, we need pharmacists to get involved in the supply chain space in ensuring availability of essential commodities within every state. Because we have a limited number of pharmacists that are involved in the supply chain. So whether it's helping shape state-level drug management agencies or facilitating large-scale public-private frameworks that is being adopted by national policies, our work as an organization has elevated the visibility and leadership of pharmacists, especially young, agile, tech-savvy ones like you. And so, we are not just strengthening systems, like I mentioned earlier, we are also ensuring that we nurture and groom the next generation of supply chain leaders, which is yourself. So, why do we need a pharma supply chain innovation hub? Well, I think Hamza also mentioned some of the challenges in Nigeria's health system, some of the challenges in Nigeria's medicine security, and I will just touch on that also. Nigeria's medicine security demands more than just procurement and storage. It demands, next slide please. So it demands data analytics for smarter decision making, and like he mentioned, we need pharmacists to get involved in data analysis. It also demands a system design that adapts to local realities. It demands a scalable innovation that reduces stock out, improves affordability, and promotes domestic manufacturing. Recall that he had also mentioned that there are some gaps and inefficiencies in the pharmaceutical supply chain, and we need pharmacists to get involved to help promote domestic manufacturing. It also demands pharmacists who think like system engineers, policy analysts, and market architects. This is the reason why we need a pharma supply chain innovation hub, which goes beyond just a hub, but is rather a knowledge to action platform where young pharmacists are equipped with the necessary tools and mentorship to help drive innovation from the inside out. As you know, this year, we're not just talking the talk, we're doing the work to ensure that we have or get pharmacists involved. And so we have been able to launch Pharma Supply Chain Innovation Hubs in Enugu State, in Lagos State. I have some of my hub members here. Please, if you're one of the hub members in Lagos State, let me see your hands. We also have in Yobe State, my people, my second home. We have also been able to launch hub in Yobe State. All of this is in a bid to ensure that we get pharmacists involved in the supply chain process. And we have Nasarawa State. I don't know I don't know why Nasarawa pharmacists are dull in chat. We have Nasarawa State's launch coming up on Monday, the 14th. So, like I mentioned, we are, helping to strengthen the supply chain systems in Nigeria. Now, it is important to note that this innovation hub is a national mandate, and we have been able to strategize through leadership and analytics. And as part of our strategy, we believe that data is the new drug in supply chain transformation. And our goal is to embed this mindset into the pharmacy profession in Nigeria. We are also supporting the design of data-driven models, warehouse optimization, and last-mile distribution planning in government institutions and local manufacturing and distribution facilities. And like Amzukuri said, the government is not left out, so we Honorable Commissioners for Health, to the governors of every state, and we've engaged captains of industry to co-invest in state-led innovation pilots. We know that we require and we need pharmacists to get involved in data analytics, so we are also we have also integrated supply chain analytics into the everyday work of pharmacists in these hubs, so they're able to provide immediate support to help bridge the gaps and inefficiencies in the pharmaceutical supply chain system. Ultimately, we're ensuring that pharmacists lead these efforts in government, in industry, and development space. I think the next slide is going to interest a lot of us because I'm sure that right now those that are not part of this initiative and those that are very interested in supply chain, because I can count the number of calls and DMs I receive about supply chain, they would really like this path. So it's also just to emphasize that this is a movement, this is not just a project, and the future of pharmacy is not just in the hospital or community pharmacy. Personally, I don't like any of those. It is in systems thinking, in data leadership, and in collaborative policy innovation. And earlier this year, we signed an agreement with the PSNYPG, with Mrs. Sekena in the room. And as part of this conference and our shared vision, and to also ensure that pharmacists, are involved in the supply chain process, we would be giving a 50% scholarship to 100 YPs that are interested in being part of this process in helping strengthen the supply chain systems in Nigeria. Now, this scholarship is going to give you an opportunity to advance your training in pharma supply chain analytics. It would also give you an opportunity to contribute to state-led projects like Famtunguru had mentioned, where we need pharmacists in each of these projects. In local and ultimately, it would position you as a recognized supply chain leader in your state and beyond. So I'm going to conclude with this three short points. Politics will set the agenda, policies will shape the systems, but it is the people and those who ensure its availability that will ultimately transform lives. We cannot afford a fragile supply chain in a country where millions depend on continuous flow of essential medicines. And that is why we need your energy, we need your innovation, and we need your bold ideas. And the future of medicines security in Nigeria is not just a political imperative, it is a pharmaceutical mandate, and young pharmacists are at the center of that mission. So for those that want to be part of the Pharma Supply Chain Innovation Hub and leverage this scholarship, please feel free to scan the QR code and register and join the group. Thank you very much.